other. There's Annorah. But right behind, nope, not in your mouth. Right. Hey guys, welcome. I'm Katie and I'm adding up Addingtons. If this is your first time here, I am a homeschooling mother of 8 kids. And today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I organize our homeschool curriculum. Now, if you haven't seen my previous videos, we use SONLIGHT curriculum. And I just got a new shipment of all new materials. So I'm going to show you how I set that up out of the box and then how I arrange it for our kids to use it. Now, currently I have 5 kids who are using materials in some form. My oldest daughter is a sophomore in high school. My next is at the end of his 3rd grade. I have one in 1st grade, and I have my 2 middle girls, Josianah and Kavannah, are just beginning sort of kindergarten / pre-K for materials. So I'm going to show you today, first of all, how I put together my instructor's guide, where I put all of our seat work and books, and then how I break down my instructor's guide for everyday use. So that's what we're doing today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you like homeschooling content. And let's get going. Alright, so first I do want to say this video is not sponsored by SONLIGHT. I paid for all of this with my own money and have for years now, but I love it, and so I want to show it to you. If you're interested in SONLIGHT, you can order a new catalog. They're 2020, 2021. It's a lot of 20s. Just came out. I actually got an early copy with my order. Super excited about this. They have a lot of new things. I love some of the changes that they've been making recently to just make everything even more user-friendly. So if you want to go request a free catalog or check out their website, I have a link down in the description box below. Now, that is a referral link. If you click through that and order, my family will receive credit towards our next purchase from them. But everybody who orders from SONLIGHT gets one of those referral links. So there is no special promotion or code or anything. And SONLIGHT did not pay me to give you this. This is all entirely my own opinion and our own money that we have spent on these materials. So the first thing that I'm going to do after our box day, which I showed you guys in a previous video, and put the link down in the description box below. But after our box day, once the kids have dug through all the materials and checked them out, which is super fun, the first thing that I need to do to get ready to teach all of that is to assemble my instructor's guide. So let me show you what that looks like. So here I have my giant 3-inch SONLIGHT. This has a pre-printed set of tabs. It goes up to 36 for the 36 weeks in a school year, 180 days of curriculum, which is what most places, including our state of Tennessee, require. And the appendix sections in the back. And then we have all of our instructor's guides. The way SONLIGHT works is this right here is the basis of their curriculum. It's called a History, Bible, Literature package. In the past, they've been called cores. So if you hear that term thrown around the SONLIGHT community, that's what it means. And this is really the spine of the curriculum. It is history, Bible, and literature, but it's all integrated around a time period in history. So this is Intro to World History, year 2 of 2. This is level C. My boys just completed level B, which is Intro to World History year 1 of 2. So we are heading into the second year. And the Bible and geography and history and read alouds and everything are all integrated into this package. Now I also have Language Arts 3. This is spelling, phonics, writing, composition, mechanics, grammar, all of it. So that is Language Arts. Now readers, the 3rd grade readers is what both of my boys are using, my 3rd grader and my 1st grader. My 3rd grader is really taking off, but it took a while, and I love that we have the flexibility to do that. And my 1st grader cannot get enough of reading and pretty much taught himself. I can't even take credit for that. So they are both doing these readers, and this is the schedule and the questions, the discussion questions to go along with those. And then finally, we are doing Science C. When you order from SONLIGHT, you kind of piece together the things that you want that will best fit your children and your family. So these are all the various levels that I have picked out. Now you'll notice that math is notably missing, and that's because SONLIGHT does not write their own math curriculum. They choose what they consider the best of the field, and they sell them as a middleman. So we do use Singapore math. That does come with its own schedule, but it doesn't have to be assembled in the same way with this. What I will do is once I get this assembled and I show you how I break it out into smaller pieces so that I can access it easily in any given week, I will go through and write. There will be spaces in this in these other instructor guides for me to write in the assignments for the math curriculum. So that's why there is no math in this. So here's what I'm going to do. I have my nifty 3-inch binder. I'm going to lay this out. I'm going to open each one of these shrink wrap packages and lay them across my table, and I'm just going to go 1 week at a time and put them in order. So all right, so here we go. The first thing I'm gonna do, open that bad boy up. This laminated map in the HBL, I will come back to. This I'm gonna leave out. That I have my instructor's guide all put together in this great big giant binder. I do not carry this monster around at all times during the week. I have a series of smaller 1-inch 3-ring binders. You can probably see that I have this labeled as my instructor's guide for my older 2 boys. What I'll do is I will go into this binder, and I usually do 6 weeks at a time. Up until now, I've used one 1-inch binder for my boys and one separate 1-inch binder for my high school student. I have a bunch of extra stuff in here. I will go through and take about 6 weeks worth of those tabs out of my giant binder and put them in the smaller one so that I can carry it around. I can check off, you can see that I will check off what we're doing as we go. There are blank spaces on the bottom of the instructor's guide here where I will write in their math assignments, something on the language arts pages. There's extra space for me to write in my extra handwriting curriculum with the 2 different ages. And so this is what I will carry around during the week, doing everything. Now, I mentioned that I left out this laminated map that comes with the history, Bible, literature, because that lives in my binder. You can see that I have the level B one in here right now. So when I put this away, I will put this back in the big instructor's guide. and this new one will go in here. This way I can reference the areas that we are reading about as we go, and I'm not trying to go find it. I will also go through in the front here and pull out all the discussion questions or parent resource guides that are in that back appendix section for the books and readers and read alouds that we are on during these 6 weeks that I have pulled out. So that way I can reference any of the vocabulary or questions or maps or whatever for what we're reading without having to carry the entire appendix around with me. So that's how I do my instructor's guides. Now for my kids, what I do is they each have one of these clipboard, and it opens up to hold their worksheets and activities on the end here. And then you can see these colored book dividers and those hold whatever workbooks that they are working through right now. So their current math book, their current phonics book, handwriting, all of those things. And then I keep the ones that either are finished or that we are not to yet in another divider box with my things so that we don't lose workbooks. Let me show you how I keep my books. All right, so this is Grand Central Station in our schoolroom here. This is a 5x5 cube shelf from IKEA that was graciously gifted us by some friends when they moved. So this is kind of where we keep everything, and I'm going to do my best to sort of point out to you what's going on. So the instructor's guide that I just assembled is right there. And then the rest of this cubby and this one over here are the books that go along with it. So in this blue divider, I have all of the readers. These books here are our science books. These are history, Bible, global geography studies, all that kind of stuff. And then these are our read alouds that go along with this level. Now you can see I've pulled out the next level of stuff from my girls. This is Sonlight's Core P34. That is a few years old because I used it with my boys. That is one of the biggest draws for me about Sonlight, is that so much of this is non-consumable and I will use it again and again for my kids. So this is the instructor's guide for that. It includes the kindergarten language arts and readers, and these are the books and read alouds that go along with that. Now over here you can see my high schooler's books. She's doing American history and American historical literature, and so she kind of has her own system here, and most of her other things are up in her room. I just have some other resources down here. This is my teacher's supply box and my parent instructor's guide for my high schoolers. When you get into the high school levels in Sonlight, they split it into two instructor's guides, one for the students to be self-directed and one for the parents to help and guide. Over here, there are just some supplies and finished work binders where I put anything that they finish. These are other resources that have come with various Sonlight resources. In this book holder over here, I will put the non-used workbooks. Down here, there are empty baskets where I put our books as we finish reading them, and that way I can keep track of where all the books to any one given level are. And then I actually have, I don't usually have these out, but because I just went through and boxed them all up, these are old levels of Sonlight curriculum that I have either needed to pull out or put away for various reasons.